My name is Nikki and welcome back to the Wildfire Pack, where we are back again with our pups and our pack here. Let's go ahead and get some name tags on so we can see who we all have. Kindle is off on the edges of our territory yet again. I feel like she does that quite a bit. But we are back and feeling not the greatest. So Blaze and Cole do have pretty low health, and we also have a couple of injuries. Let's see. Yeah, so we've got a major and a minor injury on both Nisha and Blaze. We have our own minor injury here, so yeah, we are not feeling the greatest. But if we take a look at our map, we actually own quite a bit of territory. We do want to try and take advantage of some of the hexes that we have to the north, but the challenge that we have at the moment is that we are now in growing pups, so we have to make sure that everybody is fed as much as possible, and that is certainly a challenge right now. So let's go ahead and get a little bit of sleep. We'll get everybody's health up and ready to go. Hello, Blaze. I know your leg isn't feeling well, but let's get some rest and try to feel better and see what we can get accomplished in the morning. Yeah, we are just biding time with our little ones, trying to get them big and strong. We did take out Harbinger from the Templeton pack, but of course we still have Savannah to deal with. So, you know, our quest isn't over with the Templetons. It is still definitely a challenge, and we still have quite a few things that we need to accomplish. But first and foremost, we need to make sure that our pups are well fed. Kendall, why don't you... Oh, you just caught a little something here. Not sure what you caught, Kendall, but I would feel a lot better if you were near the den. So can you please come on over here? You know, for not wanting to go near the water when you were pretty little, you are getting a little bit more brave with that now. We do have some regurgitant, so I would love it if you would come over and get a little bit of food, because, my dear, you are down to 64%. So please eat some food and fill right on up. And we're gonna have to go out and get some more for these guys. So it looks like our territory to the west isn't doing well, and we possibly want to go north and take over a bunch of that territory as well. So let's make sure these guys get nice and fed up and see where we can go from here. But we definitely want to spend some time with these little ones. Let's see if we can get just a little bit more food going for them. Perfect. We need to make sure Kindle is well fed. And we are scenting the Templetons, which tells me these pups need to get in the grass. I expected them to attack right in that moment, but so far nothing. So we are gonna go investigate this right away. Who is coming into our territory right now? Did we take any wolves with us? We have Blaze. Blaze, how's your health? You're up to 85. Let's go ahead and do a double howl and see if we can call Nisha to us. Come on, guys, we need you here. The Templeton, we are scenting the Templetons very close to our den. We are double tapping H, but it seems like Nisha and Cole are not going to be joining us, even though we are calling them. We need to see what is going on here. It feels like the wind just shifted, but we know that they were coming from this direction, so let's see if we can find their footprints here. We don't want to bother those bison, but we know that they were coming from this direction. We know that the Templetons are in our pack or in our territory, so we need to figure out just what is going on with them. And of course, always keeping an eye out for food as well, but yeah, here we go. Templetons, what are you doing in our territory? We absolutely have to figure out what is going on with these guys. Here we go. 50 minutes ago, and let's see the shape of the paw print. They were heading this way, actually. Let's see if this at all changes direction. No, okay, let's go back to the... Even though the paw prints were heading towards our den, I don't want to lose them, so let's track them back. And see... Yeah, that's an hour and 5 minutes ago, so we're going against time here. Alright, I am going to track this down, even if it gets the better of me, and I will bring you guys back once I figure out what even is happening. Well, it seemed that the Templeton tracks that were right near our rendezvous site disappeared, but we now have a Hex invasion, who I can only assume is from the Templetons, and we are supposedly starting to close in on them. I believe it's going to be this Hex right here, and we should be seeing who we are dealing with in just a moment. So let us see. We do have the whole pack with us. Nisha does have our major injury. Everybody is pretty injured, but our health is looking good. So let's see just who we are dealing with here. Looks like they did take over this Hex, and they now have a marker on it. So let's go and see just how bad this is going to be. Got Dakota, Ryder, and Colt here. Well, we know who we're going for first. That's going to be Colt, and we don't have Cole with us right now. Oh, yes, we do. Never mind. Cole, are you still holding that bunny rabbit? You need to let that go, buddy. We are in the middle of a fight. We have a fair amount of stamina, thankfully. No Savannah here, unfortunately. Let's go ahead and check on everyone's health. They are doing okay. Let's get a little bit of stamina, actually. They also have another new subordinate that we have not met yet. So we need to get a name going for that one too. I really want to keep track of these guys. Alright, well, we went ahead and named that one Priest, just because he is actually a 5-year-old, and so I believe that he would have been around during the time that Harbinger was running the pack here. So let's make sure. We kind of need to keep an eye on Blaze. Dakota is not fearful at all, so let's see if we can get a little bit of work done on Dakota to get him a little bit fearful. These guys are just such a fierce pack. Even under Savannah, they are really, really fierce and fighting tooth and nail. They have so many wolves in their pack. I believe if we can actually kill a wolf here, that is going to be pretty big. Cole is doing okay. Blaze is not, though. They are really ganging up on him. So we kind of need to keep an eye out on Blaze this time. Ryder is getting really low on health, so if we can do some damage on him. Oh my god, Colt was just eating some of that bunny rabbit that Cole had down there. Let's go ahead and make sure everyone is doing okay. Blaze is in the 50s and Nisha is in the 60s. So let's just see. Ryder is very fearful, so if we can do a lot of damage on him, we may be able to get this pack to run. In my experience, if you kill a wolf, this whole pack tends to flee. So let's just see what we can get done here. Priest is also very low. A bunch of these wolves are really low on health here. They are really ganging up on Timber. And honestly, if we can take somebody out, I will be pretty happy about that. Good job, Blaze, getting Dakota there off of your dad. Yeah, there we go. Cole is joining in. And I believe we just won this fight. Maybe. Possibly. There we go. We may want to track at least one of them down and take them out. I think Ryder was probably the lowest in all of that. Ryder is a subordinate, so that would be good to take out. He is a 2-year-old. Let's go ahead and take this hex back and see what we can get done. I may send a couple of the pack members back because we are really low on affinity already. Nisha, do you want to go back, sweetie? Thank you. Alright, we'll keep the boys with us. They are fairly good on health. Let's go ahead and see if we can track them down and possibly take out Ryder. That just feels like a smart thing to do. That's Dakota, Colt, Priest. They're all heading in this direction, so I'm sure we can find the one that we're looking for. Man, what an altercation. Alright, there is Ryder. Let's see if we can get him at all. He doesn't have any injuries right now, so he can kind of stay away from us if he wanted to. Let's see if we don't lock on. Sometimes if you don't lock on to these guys, you can get them a little bit easier. That's how we had to deal with Harbinger last time. And see what damage we can do. When you have no energy, it's really hard to catch these guys. Okay, they have decided to turn around and fight us, so let's see if we can at least take Ryder out. He's pretty slow here. We are in their territory, which is I think why they are fighting back with us right now. We need to make sure that Blaze and everyone is okay. But we are so close to taking Ryder out that I think we will be alright. We just need to do what we can and what damage we can. And we will run out of here if we need to, but I think we'll be able to do it. If we can get these guys off of us, they really don't want us attacking Ryder. He's on our butt now, so maybe if we can get him just a little bit away from the rest of his pack. Cole has suffered an injury there. We're not looking too bad. I wish there was a better way to see that information without flashing the menu in your guys' face, but there really just is not at the moment. So let's just get this done. And the more we take out from the Templetons, the better off we will be. Alright, we took away Ryder. Does that mean that everyone is going to leave us alone? Looks like for the moment, yes. Alright, we are going to howl in victory here. We at least did a little bit more damage to the Templetons, but Savannah is still nowhere to be found, so we are still going to have to get her out of hiding. We are down in this hex right over here. I still have not been to the ranch, so I have no idea where that's at, but there you have it. Hopefully... No, Nisha hasn't even made it back to the pups yet, so now I am pretty darn concerned that the pups are gonna start wandering away, so we need to rush back to them as fast as we possibly can. Oh my goodness, our affinity dropped so low, but it did seem like Nisha made it back in time that the pups did not start to wander away, which I am very thankful for. So the only thing that we could bring back for them was a little rabbit, because we just had no time to hunt. We do have some dogs coming. Not sure if they are actually going to be coming our way or if they are just near us. We wolfed them into the grass and they did not come and attack, so I think we will be okay for the moment. I don't think that we can regurgitate for these guys, so we are just going to have to probably go out and find a little bit more food for them. Let's go ahead and do a howl so we can get our affinity up just a little bit. Good job, Spark. You got another toad there. Hopefully that will get your food up just a little bit. And yeah, we're just gonna have to do whatever we can for these guys to get our affinity up. It looks like Kindle did snatch that rabbit, and I believe Spark was not able to get any. If we look at the food, yeah, so Kindle might have a little bit more of a dominant personality if she is taking the food away from her brother. So we will have to see. She just got a little squirrel there, so that offers her a little bit more food, which is pretty cool. And Spark is going to eat just a little bit of that as well. Let's see if another howl will get our affinity up at all. There we go. We do have a cap on our affinity, unfortunately. So I think it is, yeah, take a break. So we're not going to be able to get that up anymore. But I do feel like we need to get some food for these guys because I'm worried about the morning and what that is going to look like. So not quite sure what food we can really find around here. But I think Timber is just gonna go out and do his best. We have the amethyst herd very far away, so I am not too hopeful. We do have a rabbit though, so maybe we can bring that back for the little one. Nisha is down to 60% food, so we're going to have to do a proper hunt, and we never have any elk in our area, so that is going to be a little bit difficult. And these guys also have some major and minor injuries to deal with too, so our pack is not looking good at the moment, if I'm going to be honest. So hopefully we can get some things sorted away and everyone's starting to feel okay. I'm a little bit dubious, if I'm gonna be honest. Kindle found another little vole in the grass there, and a Spark is going to be eating that right up. So thank you for doing that for your brother there. Yeah, Blaze and Cole are feeling a lot better than Nisha is at the moment. She is also at half health, so gosh, Timber, you know, he feels a lot of, you know, responsibility right now to be able to need to go out and do whatever he can for his family. So I think he's just going to head off and just see if there's anything that he can get for them. You know, not really quite sure what he can do at the moment. We do have Nisha and Cole joining him, so we will have to see. But I think I might bring you guys back if we find any food. Okay, well, we were following a bunch of elk scents and they all keep shifting what herd they are, and it's super frustrating. So I went ahead and came back to the area that we marked for our beaver den. And I was hoping to maybe find an easy snack. I can see a beaver right here. We do have the whole pack with us. I think we're too far away to get that bonus. Let's go ahead and lay down and do that super sneaky sneak. See if we can get him to just keep on going and pounce. Hopefully, I don't think we're getting the increased damage there, but we will go ahead and do our best. We have almost no stamina, so I don't know how well we're gonna do. Good job, Cole. Let's grab him before he gets in the water here. Okay, he turned around. We'll really want to block him from the water. I'm pretty doubtful that we are going to get this guy. Yeah, it doesn't look like we are going to get this beaver. That is very unfortunate because yeah, these stupid elk herds, I have found, I think 5 different elk herds will be following a scent. There's talc, sandstone, quartz. We found amethyst. Yeah, they're all over the place. We tried following the footprints and they just disappear into nothing. We're already getting to the point where our affinity is super low with the pups. It's very frustrating. There is a carcass through this way. We actually have some footprints. Let's see if they happen to lead us anywhere. What kind of carcass is that? Is that a moose carcass? It's like a really light color. I don't think it's quite going to tell us. Yeah, it's a cow moose carcass. Well, it's in the direction of the herd, so we finally found some elk. Let's see if we can get them going and get everyone fed up as much as possible. Not quite sure where in our territory we are. Oh, we're not even in our territory. We're in the Templetons. How fortunate. Well, let's see if anybody falls. I know we are very close to some of these guys because the calves are so slow that the moms are slowing down. But I think if we can get a little bit of extra damage because how low stamina we are. I mean, these guys are really healthy right now. If we have to take out a calf, we certainly will, but let's go ahead and give these guys just a little bit of a chase for now and see if anybody will fall. If not, we can certainly go after this calf that we have right here. Alright, let's go ahead and do it and see where we end up. We're gonna have to watch out for Mom. Nisha is on the calf. We've got Colt and Priest here. So that is going to add, and Sierra as well. That's going to add a fun little mix to things. Let's see where we are at with these guys. Still no Savannah. I'm almost tempted to just keep this hunt going and do what we can there and just kind of see what happens. That could be a very bad idea considering Timber's health right now. If we take a look at our pack menu, Timber is down to 24% health. Cole is down to 10. Unfortunately, I think we are just going to have to run northeast and get out of these guys' territory. Nisha has suffered an injury. Priest and Colt are on Timber. Cole is down to 7% health. We need to get out of here. We need to get out of here fast, guys. This is not a good idea. We tracked these elk way too far into their territory. And now we are suffering the consequences. Come on, we gotta get out of here. We really gotta get out of here. Let's go. We can even see the town there. We've never even been this far south. My dog is freaking out behind me. I apologize. Cole is down to 5% health. Cole, come on. If we can just keep running, they shouldn't be able to catch hold of us, and we're just gonna have to book it back to these pups. Our affinity is so low. We are almost back to our territory now. We should be okay. Just need to cross this river, and we are back in our territory. Let's make sure that these guys are no longer pursuing us. And yeah, what an unsuccessful hunt, you guys. Yep, they are howling in victory right now. And yeah, that is just the reality of this quest here. It is definitely really difficult to keep everybody fed, and they have all the elk in their territory. All of the elk are just south right now, and it is so difficult to keep everybody fed. Gosh, we tried to do it with the beaver, but we did not get any luck, so we need to get back with these pups and we need to go to sleep. I mean, if I'm gonna be honest, we just need to go to sleep and hopefully find some food in the morning. If we take a look at the pups' food, they are still in the 70s, so that is good. But Cole is all the way down to 5%. Oh my gosh. We really need to be careful, guys. We cannot keep doing that. I think the hunt for the Templetons and the hunt for vengeance right now is kind of leading Timber a little bit too far, and he is trying to take on a little bit more than he can handle. He only has Nisha and 2 yearlings, and look at the size of our territory that we are taking right now. I mean, he is just taking on too much, too many goals. We took out Callie and Harbinger. I mean, the 2 wolves that we were concerned about the absolute most are gone. Savannah is still running the Templetons. We've taken on every hex invasion that we've run across. We wiped out Swamp Lake. We've killed 2 wolves from them. The Templetons are still proving as fierce as ever. But I think Timber just has so much on his shoulders right now, and his pups are getting older, and he's just feeling that responsibility so heavily that I think he's taking on too much. Also, we did adjust our graphics to try and find some elk herds, if you're wondering why everything looks really awful right now. Let's go ahead and get that back where it needs to be. There we go. But yeah, he's taking on too much. He's doing too much. And now it's almost to the point where he is risking his current family for an ideal, for taking out the Templetons, for standing for something. And he's kind of running these guys into the ground. So I think Timber needs to take a break. He needs to do a little bit of reflection. And he needs to realize what is most important, which is his pack and keeping his pups safe and making sure that there is food for everyone to eat. And, you know, right now with the lack of food in their territory, it is definitely a challenge. And I mean, that's all he set to do out this afternoon was to find some food. And with all the food being in the Templeton territory, I think it kind of made him get a little bit upset again at the fact that the Templetons just have all the food in their territory, and he still has to fight and scavenge for everything that he can find because the elk just aren't here. They aren't in our forest for whatever reason. I don't understand it. You tell me why. But you know, it's got him raging a little bit, and I think that is at the detriment of his pack, and he just needs to get back. He needs to make sure everyone is doing okay. I mean, look at Cole. Cole is down to 6% health. He, you know, his son is always there for Timber. He is always there to follow his dad and follow whatever he says. And the fact that Timber is out there going into this territory, being reckless, I mean, he knows that he can't do that. He knows that he needs to be better, and he knows that he needs to set a better example for him. And the fact that we got out of there okay, I mean, that's just pure luck in my opinion. You know, we booked it out of there as fast as possible, and he's putting his mate in danger. Look at Nisha. She's 35% health. She's 52% food. She's got a major and minor injury. These guys are not doing well right now. And they have no food to bring back to the pups either. I mean, this is getting dire. Hello, Kindle. I have no food to give you. And we're just gonna have to go to sleep on an empty tummy tonight. Because we really ran into some trouble out there. Thank you for keeping an eye on the pups, Blaze. I really appreciate it. You did good, buddy. And we can't even socialize with our pups anymore to get our affinity up. So I think we're going to stay awake as much as we can so we can get this affinity up so we can leave first thing in the morning to get these guys some food. I may not keep you guys here for it. Hi, Spark. You look just like Blaze, and it's hilarious. But yeah, we're gonna have to do some major work with these guys. They are officially pretty hungry at this moment, and we need to get some food, and we have no food in our area. I mean, we're gonna have to become expert mule deer hunters at this point because the elk just are never here. Which is kind of fair because, I mean, Timber and Nisha both have a plus speed, so in theory they should be able to specialize in mule deer a little bit, but their stamina sure doesn't help them out much in that category. But yeah, I think I will do my best to get these guys' affinity back up, so then that way in the morning we can just rush out and go get some food. So I might not keep you guys here for it and bring you guys back. Oh gosh. Well, looking at the time at the episode and where we are at right now, we may actually need to call it a day. you know, Timber is not one for giving up, and he is ready to go out and do whatever he needs to for these guys, but he is going to need to take some time for some reflection, because that almost ended Cole's life right there, and his mate, if I'm going to be honest. So let's go ahead and take a breather. We'll take a break until the next episode. Timber, I'm really gonna need you to turn around, buddy. The lighting is so bad. So yeah, I think that it's a little bit mishmash of an episode, but I think that is where we are going to leave it here, friends. So leave a like on the video if you do want to see more Wolf Quest on the channel, and subscribe if you want to know when I post. Hopefully we can get a little bit more food for these guys and get some footing under ourselves, because we are in a really challenging part in the story. So like I said, definitely subscribe if you want to follow this adventure and see what these guys get up to. Hopefully they are going to be okay, and I will see you guys next time. Bye bye.